Hit the subscribe button now for more AITA dilemmas. As December of last year approached, my fiancé and I were eagerly anticipating our upcoming trip to Brazil to spend Christmas with his family. However, what should have been a time of joy and excitement quickly turned into a situation that left me questioning whether I was in the wrong. Here's what happened. Living together in London, my fiancé and I had been planning our trip to Brazil for months. As someone who values travel and frequently flies for work, my fiancé had been eyeing his airline status closely. So, when he stumbled upon a fantastic deal for a short trip to Helsinki, he saw it as an opportunity to earn some airline tier points. He decided to seize the opportunity and invited his childhood best friend along for the journey. However, when my fiancé broke the news to me, I was far from pleased. In fact, I was furious. I felt overwhelmed with the preparations for our trip to Brazil, and his sudden decision to jet off to Helsinki only added to my stress. I expressed my frustration and disappointment, tears streaming down my face as I tried to make him understand how upset I was. Adding to my distress was the fact that my fiancé already had 2 business trips planned, and with this additional trip, he would only be home for a total of 4 days during the month leading up to our Brazil trip. As someone who suffers from anxiety, the logistics of packing and planning for a month-long trip to the other side of the world without him by my side overwhelmed me. To make matters worse, we had initially discussed taking this Helsinki trip together in February, but my fiancé decided that December suited him better. While he suggested I could join him, the thought of 2 back-to-back trips with only 2 days between them was too much for me to handle, and I could not take time off work. Despite my objections and tearful pleas, my fiancé went ahead with his plans and embarked on the trip to Helsinki with his friend. The days leading up to his departure were filled with tension and distress, and it was clear that his decision had deeply upset me. Throughout his trip, I couldn't shake the feeling of loneliness and abandonment. While my fiancé enjoyed his time in Helsinki, I struggled to cope with the stress and emotional turmoil his absence caused me. Upon his return, I was still upset, and tensions lingered between us. Despite managing to salvage our trip to Brazil and enjoy the holiday season together, I couldn't help but wonder, was my fiancé the a-hole for going to Helsinki? In the end, while I understand his desire to maintain his airline status, I can't help but feel hurt and neglected by his decision to prioritize his personal interests over my emotional well-being. Moving forward, I hope we can communicate better and make decisions together as a team, ensuring that our relationship always comes first. After all, isn't that what love and partnership are all about? So, AITA? Hit the subscribe button now for more AITA dilemmas.